Hey, Life Group Leaders, Dave here. Hey, wanted to bring you guys in the loop on some stuff and just keep you informed. You guys are the main shepherds of our church, and as we continue to move on some things that we talked about at the Life Group Leader kickoff here in the fall, we just wanted to bring back around and let you know where we're at with it, and then kind of where things are going. So we had talked a little bit about we're going to be changing how people get into life groups, or like a new person jumping into community, and really giving them a kind of a almost like a training wheels type experience of like building in the first 10 weeks of their life group experience a little more structured around the rhythms and DNA that we're really trying to establish at the well of what is a life group and what is spiritual formation and those kind of things. So what we've done this fall is we had 3 groups of key leaders, some of them existing life group leaders, some coaches of life groups, some just key leaders in our church that have led in different ways, as well as 2 staff groups, so 5 groups total, going through this launching curriculum. It's called Rooted, and really talking about establishing really these rhythms that Brad's now talking about within the active membership process, which are going to sound really familiar to you, of things like the gospel and sharing our stories of how the gospel plays out in our lives, both the first time and then over time, and then community and purpose and freedom and service and giving and celebrating. And so all these things that we hope are going to continue to embed deeper and deeper in all of our community life environments, including life groups. And so what that's going to mean for you as a life group leader, and just for you to know about the life group world, is that some changes will happen and be happening in January that you're going to start hearing about probably in mid-November. And so every new person that's going to be invited into the life group world and into community, we're going to ask them to go through this first 10-week process called Rooted before they jump into a life group. Like, that'll be their first step into the life group world. And so when they sign up and go to sign up for life groups online, that's really going to be the only option for a new person that's not already, say, connected to you as a life group leader, that you just invite into your life group, which is totally great. We love you, and that's going to be an awesome way to continue to have people who jump into life groups. But every new person is going to go through Rooted first. And so we'll have these groups, and they're going to take place on Sunday afternoons at the North Campus. And the reason for them taking place on a campus is we want to lower the barrier that somebody has to jumping into communities. For someone to go who's brand new to our church or doesn't know Christ, like to jump straight into someone's living room can be pretty daunting. And so this is going to be a first step that's a little easier. So for 10 weeks, this group of new folks with a leader who's been trained are going to go through this process and then roll into, after that 10 weeks process, we're prayerfully hoping they turn into a life group, after that time. And so for you, that's going to, again, change a little bit on the website. Your life groups that say you have some open spots for people, we won't fill those spots with people until they've been through this Rooted process. And say their group doesn't become a life group, but they still need to find a life group. Then we would then put them into an existing life group, because they've already had this DNA of what is community at the well. The other thing it creates an opportunity for you for is that we're going to make it available for you as existing life groups. Some of you may go, I would really love to see our current life group really instill some of these DNAs of what Rooted is trying to instill, and maybe get a little bit of a reboot for your group, and or just an opportunity to be challenged in some different ways as a group, to go deeper, to talk about, what is our purpose together, or sharing our stories. So all these built-in experiences that are going to be built into this 10 weeks, we think it's going to benefit any existing life group to do that as well. And so if you would want to be a part of that, we're going to make that available to you for some of you as existing groups as well. So what you would need to do is reach out to us via this email, the Life Groups at the Well that you're seeing below here, and just let us know you might be interested, and we can give you more details about what that means. But these groups in January are going to start on January 12th, that week, and then we'll run for 10 straight weeks, and you can jump into this process with us, with your existing group as well, and just keep on your same night. But you would need to come to a leader training with us along the way, because it's, again, not just about the content we're going through, but really how to process through this with a group, which I think for any of us as leaders to be continually in the process of training how we lead is such a benefit. So we'd love you to have that opportunity as well. And we've even heard from some of the folks that are a part of our beta test group. They have existing life groups, and they're like, I totally want to take my life group through this coming in January. And we're like, that's great, it's going to be awesome. So those are really kind of some main things that we just wanted to let you know about it and let you be informed on. And if you have questions about that, we really want this to feel like process with you, Because again, you are the key leaders in our church, and so if you have questions, and you can email back, and we can call you, process through it. But again, you'll be hearing more about this in November, and really want you to be informed, want you to be in the know on what's coming with us. And so again, thank you so much for even watching this, but even more than that, I just love that we're serving together. I love that we're being about the gospel in our lives, but also in other people's lives. And so I pray this semester has been really rich for you in your life groups as you're continuing to live out the good news of Jesus. So, all right, until next time. Oh, one other thing. There's always one more thing. We are going to be reaching out to, we're going to have another life group get together here probably before the Christmas holidays, and so we'll be sending out some stuff on that for you. And so when we ask you, create these opportunities for gatherings, we just think it's such a value for you not to feel like you're on an island, where you feel like there's resources coming your way, and we're going to be again resourcing more and more to these rhythms of discipleship we're talking about. But that'll be a time where we continue to let you be more and more informed on that, and then hopefully it feels rich for you to get to know and be with other life group leaders along the way as well. All right, see you.